Chapter 14. The Visit. When Fluttershy awoke, she could not help but think she had forgotten something. She could not put her hoof on it, but something about today felt different. Like something important was supposed to happen. At that moment, Discord appeared at her bedside with a tray of food. "Happy birthday, my dear." She slapped herself in the forehead. "Of course." He set the tray on her lap. "Breakfast in bed. I hope you're in the mood for pancakes."
"Oh, you didn't have to do anything for me, Discord,"
she said with a smile. "Come now, your birth is definitely worth celebrating. Now eat up. I have lots more planned for your special day." He finished and returned once she had finished eating. The next thing she knew, she was dressed in a robe and sitting in a sauna. Discord wearing a fluffy pink robe stretched out beside her. Nothing like a good steam bath to help you forget your troubles.
"You really didn't have to."
He raised his paw. "Relax, my dear. Unwind yourself." Now she thought about it, she had not been in a sauna since her last get-together with Rarity. Her chance to relax was long overdue. So Fluttershy closed her eyes and leaned back against the wall, letting the steam sink into her skin. After a while, she opened her eyes to see Discord staring down at her with a wide grin on his face.
"What?"
she said. Discord straightened up. "Nothing.
Maybe we've been here too long. You're sweating."
He wiped the incriminating droplets off his brow. "Yes, on to the next part of the treatment." Now, you see, this is why I'm glad they don't have a co-ed sauna in Lotus and Blossom's little spa. I can't imagine how crazy I would get if I saw Applejack walk in there, wearing her robe, then sitting down, me noticing some of her curves, and I just... A snap of his fingers transformed the sauna into a bath of golden green substance. Fluttershy recognized it as the crystal mud from the Empire. She not had a chance to try it while she was there, and seeing it now confirmed that it was as refreshing as Keats had said. She laughed as she remembered the day when they were welcomed into the Spectre to the Equestria Games, only to find out that they had gotten the wrong pony. She and her friends had always wound up in the craziest of situations. You know, guys, I've seen some people complain or try to, I've seen one fic where they just rewrote to them just asking her if she was the inspector. All I had to say is, some people have no appreciation for classic comedy of errors. Some people would just lose their minds at classic comedy tropes. I can almost see it now. Why is he getting confused about the name Who? It doesn't make sense. What's wrong, my dear? Is the mud too warm? Are you not comfortable with me in here?
"No."
Fluttershy sighed. Then what?
"It's nothing really."
He snapped his fingers. "I know what you need. A massage." The mud bath disappeared, and Fluttershy found herself lying on a massage table.
"Really, Discord, none of this is necessary. I just want..."
She trailed off as she felt that Draconicus' hands gently rub her shoulders. In seconds, her eyelids shut as she relaxed on the table. "Why so tense, my dear? There's something on your mind." Fluttershy was about to answer, but was lulled by his tender touch that all came out with a sigh. After massaging her for half an hour, Discord teleported him back to the gazebo. "Now, for your gift." Fluttershy raised an eyebrow.
"The spa treatment wasn't it?"
"No, that was a bonus. I have something more special in mind." He seated her on a bench and lifted a ring around her neck. "I'll bet this thing has given you some distress."
"A little,"
she muttered. She had nearly forgotten when she was still wearing that. "Well, I just want you to know that. I don't want you to feel like you're being forced into this. And for what it's worth, I can't imagine being with any other pony, so..." He curled around her, pointing a gleaming finger to the ring, engraving words on it. Once the ring had stopped glowing, Fluttershy squinted to read it.
"To my one and only Fluttershy."
She blinked.
"I don't know what to say."
"I'll say you love me," Discord muttered.
"What?"
Instead of responding, he teleported in front of her, with a birthday cake in his hands. "Make a wish," he exclaimed, holding it out to Fluttershy. "And it's your birthday. It'll be my duty to make it come true." That caught her attention. "You promise?" "Cross my heart," he said, making a gesture. Fluttershy closed her eyes and blew out the candles. So will it be my sweet. She was about to comment on him calling her his sweet, but something more important to say, even though it would upset him.
I was to visit my friends.
As he had predicted, Discord's face fell. Sweetheart, I thought we talked about this. She crossed her hose.
No, we haven't, and I think it's time we did.
He laughed nervously. Is there something else you like? How about a necklace? That ring doesn't quite match your eyes. Fluttershy shook her head.
I want to visit my friends. Nothing more, nothing less.
He set the cake down and laid his hands on her shoulders. Darling. She turned her head from him. It's been a month now. They've probably forgotten all about you. She gasped.
How can you say such a thing?
Oh, it's not that you're easy to forget, sweetie. It's just that ponies have terrible memories. Oh, not you.
She hovered over him. You promised you would grant me whatever wish I made.
You didn't get it in writing.
It shouldn't matter. Friends honor promises. If you can't honor yours, then you're no friend of mine.
I am your friend, Fluttershy.
Then why?
She spun around, revealing her water-filled eyes.
Why won't you let me see my friends?
Oh, please don't cry. You know I don't like it when you cry.
You want me to stop crying? Then let me see my friends.
Her commanding then turned to begging.
Please, just for today. I promise I'll come right back. And if I don't, you can bring me back for your magic. In fact, you wouldn't have to. You can trust me.
I do trust you, Fluttershy. He clenched his teeth. Your friends, however. Now she was beginning to understand.
You think they're going to take me away?
He rubbed the back of his neck. That and
how about this? Instead of letting me go to them, you let them come here.
What? Oh, no. I'm not bringing those meddlesome ponies to my lair.
Not even for one day? It's my birthday, after all.
No, never. He crossed his arms and turned away from her. Fluttershy had to think of some way to convince him. She knew that Pinkie would be especially upset today, since she usually threw her birthday party. Then it occurred to her it was dangerous. But what if this was what it took to see her friends? She was willing to risk it.
If you'd never allow my friends to visit, who are my bridesmaids going to be?
Discord's ears perked up. Brides?
And I promised Apple, Sleepbell, Scooby would be my flower girls. And Spike, Dreambearer. And, well, you need somebody to perform the service, and Twilight has the authority now.
What is it, Spike? Listen, I think I got it for your anniversary for fall. Let's hear it. How about you do a freaking commentary on the Discord? Or, I tried that, got bored. Oh. Go back to the drawing board. Yes, sir. Wait, back up. Here, right to face it here. Are you saying... She took a deep breath.
If you allow my friends to visit me whenever I request, I will let you decide the wedding date.
She looked down boldly. I won't argue. Discord was speechless, not believing what he was hearing. This had to be a dream, or at least a trick. But he was awake, and Fluttershy was not one to kid. Oh, she wanted to see her friends so badly. Just as badly as he wanted her. What else could he do? He did not want to disappoint her, and this was his chance to have her at last. He tapped his chin, pretending to think about it. How does... He slightly grinned at her. Tomorrow sound. First I gasped, toot. Uh-huh. He exclaimed, waving his finger. You said you wouldn't argue, unless you changed your mind about seeing your friends.
No, she sighed. Tomorrow it is.
She squeaked as he suddenly took her in his arms. Oh, thank you. You made me the happiest creature in the world, my dear. Now, do you think I should wear a tux or... Fluttershy tried to pull away, but his grip was too strong.
Discord, my friends.
He grunted as he released her. All right. The 5 ponies, along with Spike, the former Cube Marker Stayers, were a Sugar Cube corner. Pinkie was in a state of depression, her hair flat and her coat a shade darker. She was sitting on her bed, sobbing her eyes out.
Come on, Pinkie, this is getting ridiculous.
Rainbow exclaimed,
You've been crying for hours. You're gonna flood the place. It's Fluttershy's birthday, Pinkie cried. I got a big party planned for her. It was going to be out in her garden. I was going to surprise her.
She pulled out a rat gift from her bed.
I was going to give this to her. Now I'll never know if she'll like it.
Okay. I know what we're getting at. I know we're trying to make this a serious moment. I get that. But wouldn't it have been absolutely hilarious if Pinky decided, I'm going to throw Fluttershy a birthday party no matter what. And the rest of this chapter was just dedicated to Discord trying to stop Pinky from getting in, and Pinky making various attempts to sneak in. I mean, I know it kind of removes the tension of the scene, but wouldn't that be a typical Pinky?
Knock knock.
Who is it?
Pizza delivery girl.
Oh no, I'm not falling for that one.
Oh.
Applejack put a hoof on her shoulder. We miss her too, Pikey. We just had to accept.
How can we accept that our best friend is gone for good? We're never gonna see her again. Worst of all, she's gonna never see your birthday present.
Suddenly, Spike burst to Belair. When he opened it, he gasped. It's Discord again! Naughty! Everybody shrieked, huddling around him.
What does it say, Spike?
Twilight inquired. The dragon cleared his throat. You're cordially invited to Fluttershy's birthday party at Discord's castle, starting now! The next thing they all knew, all 9 of them were standing in front of a dark castle. Well, Tarnation! Applejack and Apple Blue said at the same time. Sweet Belle squealed as he backed off the edge. Scootaloo caught her before she could fall.
Where are we?
Twilight wondered. Oh, don't worry, girls. There's a set of steps right over there.
How do we miss that the first time?
Rarity cringed as he looked up at the castle.
Whoever it is here should seriously get a new decorator.
This is Discord's place, Applejack explained.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
I'm not supposed to make sense. Everyone turned around in shock as Sunny Digicard was standing over them. Rainbow Dash growled, getting ready to pounce. Where's Fluttershy, you jerk? Discord rolled his eyes. Well, I was going to let you see her, but that's the way you're going to behave. The Pegasus blinked. Wait, what? Did you get the invitation? He tugged at the parts of it out of Spike's claw using his magic. Piggy leaned forward to read again. You mean? She glanced out at the present. She was still holding. Her eyes grew big, and then her hair inflated back to its natural poofy style. Bing! As he screamed, she glanced into the air. Fireworks exploded behind her. Discord scratched his head. How does he do that? Piggy then rushed to the front door, bursting it open. Hey! Discord cried. You can't just...
Discord?
Fluttershy called as she entered the main hall.
I think... Fluttershy!
Piggy tackled her in a hug, giving Fluttershy no chance to escape. The others trotted inside and gasped at the sight of her friend. Fluttershy! Rarity exclaimed. You're all right! They then all moved into a group hug.
Girls! Spike!
Fluttershy said, tears coming to her eyes.
I missed you so much,
She choked as Pinky squeezed her tire.
Can't breathe. Oops!
The pink flame plus, backing away from the others.
Sorry, I just can't believe it's you. I thought I'd never see you again, and that you never get to see what I got you for your birthday.
She gasped dramatically.
Your birthday! Quick, close your eyes. Why do I have to?
She was cut off as Pinky tied a blindfold on her head.
1 second.
Fluttershy heard a few blasts before the cloth was removed. The room was now walled with balloons, streamers, and other party decorations.
How did you?
She started to ask, but she already knew the answer.
I never go anywhere without my party can.
Pinky chimed, bringing the object into view. She strapped the birthday hat onto Fluttershy's head, then started up the gramophone.
Let's bring!
But instead of dancing, the ponies fed Fluttershy a million questions.
How's it hurt you?
Rarity asked. How are your animals? Inquired Applejack.
Does the stairwork on this time? asked Scootaloo. You see, it's different.
How did you not get dizzy in here? Rainbow questioned, glancing around the stored room.
Are you married yet?
Squeaky asked, looking at the engagement ring.
Does it mean rain chocolate every day?
Pinky inquired gingerly. Well, girls, Twilight screamed to them. Give her some space. Fluttershy summed it up.
No, he has not hurt me, and we're not married yet. Actually, Discord's treated me quite well. He's really sweet.
Rainbow Dash raised an eyebrow. You've got to be kidding me.
You come visit me, didn't he?
Well, yeah, but Twilight giggled, trying to lighten the mood. What does it matter? It's Fluttershy's birthday. We should all be celebrating. The Alcorn began her awkward dancing, which everyone stared at for a while. They then shrugged and danced themselves. In between songs, Fluttershy received updates on everybody's lives. Rainbow Dash had gone on more dates with Soren, and she admitted that he was cooler than she had thought.
I mean, I always thought he was cool because he was wonderful. Well, he never hung out socially, alone that is. I never got to know the real him. Seriously, we talk about things I never talked about with a boy, like Daring Do, our favorite flying tricks. He also doesn't mind when I beat him at air hockey. Again, I keep having problems with having a boy beating a girl surpassing a guy in the world of Equestria. In almost any other world, this would make sense, but for Pony, it just annoys me. So I've heard. Fluttershy chuckled. Huh? So, is he your very special senpai now? Little Pegasus rubbed her arm in a manner completely unlike herself. It's kind of early for that, isn't it? I mean, we begged a few times. When? Rarity interjected. I've been spending some time with Fancy Pants. I think he might be taking an interest in me, if you know what I mean. What about Spack? Applejack suddenly asked. What about him? Your point glanced at the dragon on the other side of the room, grinning with Sleepbell, Applebloom, and Skulu. Well, he kinda likes you too. He likes you, Rarity goes, Let's play Pin the Tail of the Bone! Pinky called, throwing a blindfold around Fluttershy's eyes again. Pretty girls goes first! As the afternoon went on, Fluttershy enjoyed her friend's company as they played more games, caught up with one another. It was after the third round of Twister that she noticed Discord sitting in the corner with his head down. So feeling guilty, she had ignored him all this time, and not even thanked him. She excused herself from her friends and flew out to him. Thank you, Discord, she said with a smile, for bringing my friends here. His expression changed at the sight of her. You're welcome. You don't have to sit there all day. Why don't you join us? I think your friends, he pointed to Pony's glaring at him, would not appreciate that. She was about to say something when he slid his arm around her. Have you told him yet? Fluttershy blinked. Told him what? He chuckled, playfully twirling a ring on her neck. Have you really forgotten already? She looked down at the ring and blushed. Oh. She'd been so excited about seeing her friends, she'd forgotten the reason they were there in the first place. No, Well, you should, my dear. You wanted them to be here, right? It's just... The air interrupted by Pinky, who bravely approached her conquest. Discord! You want to play Twister with us? He stared at the pink pony. Shocked at the invitation, stood up. All right, but I warn you, I'm the world champ. Pinky snorted, as if, is that a challenge? I'll leave you have played. Oh, it's on. Before the following pony, he turned back to his fiancée. You have to tell them at some point, my dear. Only Pinky and the three fillies were bold enough to go against Discord and Twister. Thanks to his long snake-like body, he was able to defeat them with ease. While Pinky called for best 2 out of 3, Fluttershy pulled Applejack aside. Since he was the one who had confided him before, she felt more confident telling her first. I'm glad to see you're getting along fine, Sugar Cube, the Southern Pony said. I don't know what you've been doing to Pious Moles, but Discord seems a mite different. I'm surprised you let us come here. That's what I wanted to talk to you about, Applejack, Fluttershy whispered. You see, the reason he brought you here is, Because it's your birthday? No, well, sort of, but it took more to convince him. I really wanted to see you, and it was the only way in. Applejack laid a hoof on her shoulder. Take it easy, Sugar. Whatever your head to say it. She took a deep breath. I want you to be my bridesmaids. Oh, great. And the wedding's tomorrow. Sounds fell over the room, and Fluttershy realized she had sounded that last part. Pinky fell from her position and Discord pumped his fist. Yes, a victory. He didn't notice the credits he was receiving. Oh, come on, don't be sore losers. You're marrying him tomorrow? Rarity uttered. Oh, so you told him. He teleported to his fiancée and threw his arm around her. Yes, our big day is tomorrow, and you're all invited. The 4 of you could be bridesmaids, kids could be the flower girls. The dragon could be the ring bearer, whatever it is, and Princess Prissy could perform the service. Twilight's jaw dropped in her heart. You want me to marry you two? Why the gum faces? I thought you loved weddings. Discord, Fluttershy said softly. Can you let me talk to them? Oh, sure, go ahead. Who's stopping you? Alone. The smile disappeared as he looked at the heated, shocked expressions on the pony's faces. He threw up his hands. Fine, I can take a hint. Though really, I don't see what you're so upset about. You all knew this was coming. Fluttershy cleared her throat. Yes, I'm going. Once he had finished, Fluttershy floated down to her friends. That was awfully rude of you. Rude! Every pony exclaimed. You're marrying that monster tomorrow, Rarity cried. How do you expect us not to react? But you know I'm engaged to him, Fluttershy pointed out. We didn't, Rainbow stammered. We didn't expect it to happen now, and now you want us to be part of it? I thought you wanted to come to my wedding. Not what it means once you get married to a monster. Fluttershy stopped her hope defensively. He's not a monster. He took you away from us. No, I chose to go with him. Girls, you have to believe me. It's not as bad as you think.
How can marrying the Lord of Chaos be good? Rarity insisted.
And Fluttershy, Twilight shuddered. I can't be the one to tie you to that. Don't say it, Fluttershy shied. He's not a monster. In fact, he's been nothing but a gentle colt since I got here. You should be grateful that he even let you come to my birthday.
What's got you to you, Fluttershy? Rainbow demanded. Why do you keep defending him?
Because he's my friend. He may have done terrible things in the past, but that doesn't make him evil. He's just a lowly creature who wants nothing more to disappoint to love him. After all, he's been asking me every single day if I...
She trailed off and realized that she had already said too much. Applejack raised an eyebrow at her flushed cheeks. More flushed than usual. She knew that look. Are you in love with him? Rarity huffed.
Don't be ridiculous, Applejack. How could Fluttershy love a hideous monster like Discord?
Yeah, Rainbow laughed. Especially when it keeps her locked up.
He's fun and all, Pinkie chimed. You can't really... I think it would be romantic, Sleigh sighed. Beauty falling in love with the Beast.
You need to get your head saved, Sleebell, School taunted. Fluttershy had been silent as she listened to her friends in horror.
How can you say such things?
We're just kidding around, Flares. Rainbow snickered. I mean, we all know you're not in love with him. When her friend said nothing, Rainbow narrowed her eyes at her. Right? She could barely utter a word. Fluttershy, you can't be serious. He tried to take over Equestria 3 times. He promptly keeps you prisoner. He threatened the princess of my unborn niece.
You bit me, you twister!
Pinkie shied. Everybody stared at her for a moment, then back to Fluttershy.
How can you love such a monster? Rainbow demanded. He's not a monster. He only wants me to love him.
Well, do you? She was the first of crying, her teeth grinding together. She never felt frustrated in her life. She wanted to scream, deny everything, but she could not.
Well, Fluttershy, do you love him? What does it matter? She snapped. You're right. He does keep me prisoner. He did all those things he said. I don't want to marry you tomorrow. But do you think I have a choice? It was the only way I could convince him to bring you here. You know what? Who cares? Who cares if the wedding is tomorrow or next year? I made a deal with him, and it's going to happen whether I like it or not.
So you don't...
No! I don't love him!
Her words echoed throughout the room. Fluttershy's heart sank. Her friends lost their anger, and tears streamed down her face. Twilight held her hoof. Fluttershy, we... She ran past them to her room, slamming the door behind her. Fluttershy, we didn't meet, Rainbow called out, but Applejack pulled on her tail before she could fly after her. Haven't y'all done enough?
Us?
Rarity questioned. I don't understand what... Of course you don't understand, Applejack snapped. Y'all ponies wouldn't understand. You talk about romance all the time, but you wouldn't know love will stare you right in the face. She turned to the others. That goes for all of y'all. EJ, Spike started to say, what are you talking... Especially you. Without another word, the farm girl rushed outside, her younger sister following her. The others were left in a haze, unsure what just happened.
But...
Pinkie stared, looking down at the box in her house.
She didn't open her present yet.
Fluttershy sobbed into her pillow, angry at herself for all the horrible things she had just said. She had not meant any of it, even that last part. She did love Disney, but she was not sure of her sad feelings. Still, how could she say that after she tried so hard to be her friend, when he clearly wanted more? She could just not stand to admit that to the others that there was slight possibility she could return his feelings. Maybe not now, but in the future. She would be ready to say that she loved him, even if their wedding was tomorrow. Well, what part of what she had said was true? This upset her more. No choice in the matter. She was bound to him. There was nothing she could do about it. There was no use stalling anymore. Discord wanted her, and that's what he was going to get. She heard a grunt and looked up to see that Draconic was staring over her. Despite the circumstances, she was happy to see him, for now he was here to comfort her. Her joy died, however, when she saw his face overwhelmed with hurt and anger. His hands were clenched to his vest, eyes glaring at her with disgust. You know, you really had me fooled for a moment. Oh no. No, don't do this to me, Vic. Please, I beg you. Don't. Oh, God, no. No, Primus, no. Oh, come on, not this. The third act breakup! Oh, sweet baby Celestia, no. Trix, is there any way we could skip the chapter and just get straight to the wedding?
No. Trixie thinks we're bounded to do this.
Oh, God, no. If there's one thing I cannot stand in these romance movies, it's this third act breakup. It's almost like Satan stole the decree up from down below, going, if you want a good romance story, you must include the third act breakup. It's even worse here. You all know the next fic is called The Child of Discord. And even if you were watching this before you knew Child of Discord existed, you all know this is where it's going to lead. Last I checked, tragedy was not one of the story tags. So you know this is going to happen. You're just delaying the inevitable, fic. Oh, God. I'll do it. But I'm not going to be happy about it.